energy, right?
And not using the N word, profanity, and things of that nature. Making music that his grandparents can listen to, his parents can listen to. Do you feel like that handcuff you guys, or is that right in your scope of music and who you are?
Me personally, I feel like it just gets us more ready as professionals. Like we don't have to go through all the censorship of buying somebody to blur the cuss words out and all this other stuff. Like we
Right.
already said, we ain't got no cuss words. Like we said, we ready now. Like so. To me
Right.
personally, I commend him on that because if we hold everybody up to that standard, like we said before, we're holding everybody accountable.
Right.
Me Cap don't do that, so we're not gonna do that. So here we are.
Yeah, and then me personally, to kind of piggyback on him, having somebody like Unc in your corner to show you the ropes and show you how the right thing is done. Look at his track record, man.
Yeah, man.
Right? Unc is a GOAT. You know what I mean? So it's
Right.
one of those
Right.
situations where, and it's also a great shout out to Uncle Jams, you know what I mean? But it's
Shout out to
also,
him.
yeah, it's also a great situation to have somebody like him in your corner, but also to have somebody who you can really call your uncle. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And really call somebody your family because he just wants the best for us. You know what I mean? Now, of course, as us as nephews, we might get a little hard head sometimes, you know what I mean? And may
Right.
do something off the rail, but he's always there to reel us back in and to let us know, like, hey, that's not how we're gonna do it. Try this way. Right. And he gives us examples of how it needs to be done and how it needs to happen. So I feel like with him, he's setting us up for something that is generational instead of just being a topic or a hot trend that's going on. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like he's setting us up to be able to take care of our families for generations and generations. You know what I mean? So that me personally, I feel like like Diesel said, I commend him highly for that. Highly.
Generational music, not trends, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to piggyback on what CJ just said on a generation aspect. I think what he's trying to do for you guys, man, is when you guys get in your 60s, you guys can still performing in front of families. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You guys' lyrics, it don't have no kind of profanity, no negative words towards women or men or anything. You guys can
Right.
do that forever. You know what I'm saying? You seen OGs now, Mary J, doing that same dance and songs, man. You know, making money. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. And killing it too.
And killing
Killing
it,
it
man.
Killing
too.
it.
Looking like her
Killing
back
it.
hurt. I be feeling bad for her. She
Yeah.
like she tired, man. Like her
May
back be
not
hurt,
may
man.
not be singing, but she dancing. I
Come
didn't
on,
say that. My
Stems.
bad.
Hey, let me ask you guys, man. Do you guys do y'all write your own music?
Yes,
Definitely.
sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
So
Yes,
But
sir.
I said this the strongest person, one of the strongest persons in our group that write. I'm gonna give it to Nico.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
for
Okay.
sure. For sure. Hands down. Hands down. And I said
And
it before, you know what I mean? With Nico,
Appreciate that.
he's one of those writers that, you know what I mean, can literally write anything. Right? If you put him in a room and
Anything.
tell him, hey, this is what I need, this is how I want it, you know, that man will make that pen do things that you can't even fathom your mind around. You know what I
Word.
mean? So
Word.
you
yeah,
know,
he's phenomenal.
I can see that because
Yeah.
he's quiet.
Yeah.
So he put that pen to paper. He put that pen to
He
paper.
ain't quiet.
Yeah.
He ain't quiet. He ain't
He ain't
quiet no
quiet.
more.
Yeah, nah,
Loudest
he
one
can't
in
be
the
quiet
Hey,
in
room.
court
hey,
cases.
yo, Al, they always be the ones that's quiet in public. But when you see him
Eh?
behind the scenes, man.
Woo!
I'm telling you, man. That dude's a beast. Like CJ said, man, that man, he could probably write like nursery rhymes. He could write, you know what I'm saying, stuff for Disney and things like that. I mean, the dude is
Right.
super talented
Wow.
and he's with us now.
There you
And
go.
it's amazing.
There you go.
There you go.
So, Nico, maybe you can answer this question for me, all right? Girl, you good. What was the motivation in that song and what were you going through?
Well, honestly, Girl You Good came before I was in
Oh,
Forecast.
okay, okay, my
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, yeah. So my first outing with the group and where I first put the pen down was to Take a Chance, which they already had a version of Take a Chance out. So Unc, after
Mhm.
seeing what I had already had out on my own and stuff like that, and after being suggested by CJ, was like, well, here, just go ahead and throw a verse on there, and then we'll see what you got when you come to the showcase in December. And I was just like, oh, dang. So like that night, I had wrote my verse and I sent it to Unc, and it wasn't really anything where I was like, in an emotional or like romantic state. I was just hungry to like
Gotcha.
show what I
Right.
could do and to
Hmm.
really like put my foot down in the group. It's my first single out. The other singles done gone #1. Like, I gotta make sure I'm tight with it. So yeah, so it was just like, all right, so let me show who I am with this one.
Was it nerve wracking to work with someone like who's so embedded in the music industry, knowing all the things that he's done? You putting pen to paper, you guys singing and performing in front of it. Is it nerve wracking in the beginning?
For me, for sure. Because on top of Unc and everything he's done, and then it goes to what he's doing for Forecast. How he's
Mhm.
helped to transform their brand into what it is right now, and into this really solid thing. And so for me to be getting added onto it, and then looking at the way that legacy exists behind it and is being formed in front of it, it was like, well, let me make sure I'm anything but a train wreck or a roadblock. So that was like, yeah.
So let me ask you guys this. Another P. Diddy question, but it's nothing he did